niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a
Shalom, Lord of Christ, Captain.
slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't, you niggas ain't, you niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodge a knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got no fucking haters, bitch. Niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you round some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm Jada. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw, ho. They never deliver, they got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow, I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone, you ain't never had a scar. You a certified pussy, so don't make me pull your card. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga, you ain't got the heart. You ain't about to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga, play your part. Claiming that you'll spark when you ain't got the heart. Cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. You niggas ain't.
ISUPK. Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
Y'all know what it is. Yo, Priest and Officer 5001, Ya Allah, Banya, Hawada, Banya, Sha'Allah. We live in effect, man. We got Priest and Captain of 13,000, Kahantham Yard, in the building, locked and loaded, reporting live from hell. And we also have Priest and Officer Mabatazar, who's going to help us out tonight in some reading, all right? So look, ISUPK locked and loaded. We stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready. This is the 56th episode of Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Thank everybody for joining in. You already know what you need to be doing right now. You need to get in right now. What you need to do is immediately now Don't waste no time whatsoever. Immediately, you need to be sharing this right now. All right, you need to share this right here. You know we're gonna get into this right here. Right there. That's what. All right. That's what we're gonna get into right here. I know y'all see it loud and clear. All right. With no further ado. All right. That's what we're gonna get into. Y'all already know what time we do it and how we do it, man. Okay. ISUPK, man. We started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Your Honor, man, the most controversial man in America. And for what? Teaching the truth about the Bible to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians and West Indians from North, Central, and South America. We're waking our people up, our nation of people up, to their true heritage, right? Which is comprised of these laws, statutes, and commandments that's in this Bible. All right. So now, with no further ado, man, listen. The Israelites of antiquity, who the Bible's speaking about, right, is talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And this is how we can end all the crime in our neighborhood. You understand? This is how we need to separate from heathen nations who are actually killing each other. I know y'all heard it, man. I know y'all heard some up in Texas A&M today. Last night sometime, it's 2 dead. You got 12, 13, 14, some people like that injured. They laid all out. You know, they celebrating Halloween, whatever you want to call it. See what I'm saying? Whether the school allowed it to be or they didn't allow it to be sanctioned, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, the so-called, not the so-called, but the oppressors' children are absolutely nuts, man. And you should not be around them, not unless you want to die. You want to die in a Walmart, you got to watch yourself where you're going, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta now watch the schools in which you zone your children to. You see what I'm saying? Because back in the day, our people used to go to jail and get in trouble and lie just so we could change the zip code, right? You know, the zip code or that's right, the zip code, to be able to be zoned over there in the white folks area, right, to a so-called good school. I'm going to tell you what a good school is, man. There's only one good school, right? That's the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. That's the only school where you're going to get the truth about the Bible. You're also going to get, you're also going to get the truth about the people that are around you, right? Who you think are your friends, man. This is why we have platforms like Boot Up or Shut Up, Cross the Line Radio, Takedown Radio, Angry Black Man Media. We got Rude in Speech. We got off in California, we got the Inconvenient Truth. We got up in Syracuse, man, we got the Hidden Truth Revealed. I'm saying we got Street Talk, we got Let a Hebrew Speak, and the ultimate one, we got is Black Watch, the Grill Show. Okay, with Commanding General Your Honor, who laid the whole foundation, man. All right, and these radio outlets are to wake our people up, to give you another avenue of understanding. See what I'm saying? So it's not a classroom setting, or you don't see us out, in warfare out on the streets, right? So we want you all to immediately share this video. Share it, okay? Don't be the only one sitting watching it, man. Just take a moment, share it. All my brothers and sisters, man, I'm saying, it's in that Boot Up and Shut Up chat room right now. Make sure you share the video, man. Share it on, we coming live on YouTube. We live on Facebook, man. And I'm hyped up tonight, you see what I'm saying? Because whenever I'm dwelling in unity with my brothers, listen, man, we got some hot news topics tonight that we going to bring to you, all right? So with no further ado, because we ready to get into it. Listen, before we do that, make sure you all donate, man. I know you see it up there, man. Donate to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. That's $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Again, $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Show your brothers some love, man. Show the priests and prophets of the Lord some love. Make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord, 10%. It is called my Ishara. All right, that is a commandment for you brothers and sisters, man. All right, but look, with no further ado, we're going to get into these scriptures, man. All right, and we're going to bring into these news articles. So with no further ado, we are going to bring on priest and captain of 13,000, Kahan Thumb Yard, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbarakatah. What's going on, sir?
Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Shabbarakatah. What's going on, brother?
Oh man, we rocking it out again. We always do it when we rock it out. So let's go ahead and jump on in and knock a grand slam on these people and wake them up, Cap.
Oh man, well I'm reporting live from hell as usual. And we got a lot to talk about, man. I mean, we're going to talk about Kanye West. We're going to talk about white mothers and white parenting these serial killers. We're going to talk about a lot tonight. So make sure you tune in any questions or comments, hit them in the chat box, man. Make sure you communicating with your brothers out here. And I want to say shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Thumba, Shem, shout out to all the sisters out there that's listening. All across. So we want to thank y'all tonight for tuning in and joining us tonight on these discussions and on these current events, because we need to know how to move and how to view these things. There's so much on social media out there that you have to decipher through all the madness.
Right.
And the UPK, the Bible says we have to rightly divide the word. So we rightly divide the word, and we make sure that we have a right understanding of how to look at all of these current events and make sense of them. All right? So now, let's go ahead and hit story number 1, my brother.
Con. All right, story number 1. Let's go ahead and get it, man. Boy. And this goes out to all my, Hispanic brothers that's caught up in Catholicism. Okay? We're gonna jump straight in. All right, so story number 1 reads as follows: the Vatican's new corruption scandal.
If I could say one thing, just before we segue into this story, like how many scandals that have to happen in the Roman Catholic Church? Like they show you how powerful Christianity is.
Nice.
You are in an organization. You are part of a religion, an organization that promotes child pedophilia and all kinds of. I think it's a scandal come out every 2-3 months.
Right.
In that Roman Catholic, like they have to be paying, like the payroll have to be wide open right now.
Good night.
I mean, the payroll in the Roman Catholic Church has to be wide open. They probably got a 24-hour service on payroll to get these payments out. So all this corruption is going on.
Good
They
night.
are paying a king's ransom to stop all these stores to try to come out.
Right.
Let's get right into it, my brother.
Absolutely amazing. And Kev, I don't know, if it's scandals that's coming into Catholicism, Catholic churches. I don't know which one's more, if it's the scandals or the mass shooters, but we'll leave that up to the people to figure out. We just know it's a lot of them. Okay, consistently. All
That's
right.
right.
Okay, here we go. First story. Jesus told his disciples, "Nothing is hid that shall not be made manifest, nor anything secret that shall not be known and come to light." The teaching is playing out in real time at the Vatican. The heart of the church. Come on, go ahead.
I think it took you off. But somebody is listening to the UPK.
Right.
Somebody at the New York Post is listening. See, haven't we been saying this for a long time? I want y'all.
Every
I
day.
think that the exact scripture we pulled on the last scandal, that nothing was going to be hid.
Right.
All these things are coming out.
Good night.
Read on, my brother.
Con. The teaching is playing out in real time at the Vatican, the heart of the church founded by the Nazarene. Prosecutors and Gendarmerie staged a raid this month into the usual serene offices of the Vatican's Secretariat of State, seizing computers and caches and documents from archives of employees. 2 weeks later, the longtime head of Pope Francis' security service resigned after leaking reports of alleged financial wrongdoings in the Vatican. Reports have emerged detailing the movement of Vatican money through slush funds across Europe, and a Vatican investment of more than 250 million into luxury London apartments brokered.
Now hold on. Didn't Christ say, "Blessed are the poor,
Good night.
for theirs are the kingdom of heaven"?
Right.
I think Christ said that also. This church was not founded by Christ. That was not the church that Christ founded.
Nah.
It was not built on the rock that he said that Peter would be. That's not built. The ISUPK was built on the church that Christ built.
Right.
His body. You understand? And it's under commanding General Yohana right now, who follows Christ. because we are what you consider the true Christians. Because we don't go by that word because that word has been diluted from all this corruption and scandal that you see going on. $250 million, what, condos, apartments, what is that?
$250 million in luxury London apartments that's brokered through a financer who profited even while the Vatican's investment tanked. Right?
Now,
so he was making money the entire time.
Right. So what you have is the Roman Catholic Church is a money laundering organization.
Oh man.
That's what you have. And listen, we've been saying this once again. We have been saying this a long time ago. We've been saying this on some of the episodes of the Boot Up and Shut Up.
Right.
We've been saying this. Look, we were saying this when they were doing it with the mob, with the mafia. The mafia was putting money into the Roman Catholic. It was all, it's like that movie The Godfather. It was all kind of criminal enterprises that were, money was funneled into those Roman Catholic churches.
That's right.
So how can this be the house of God?
Right. Explain that.
How can it be the foundation that Christ laid?
Good night, man.
It can't be.
Absolutely amazing.
It must be the house of Satan.
Right.
Because Christ said, a good tree cannot bear wicked fruit.
That's right.
And we can see the fruit of the Roman Catholic Church and Christianity in a whole. We ain't got the Kanye West yet. I'm waiting to get the Kanye West. I don't know where we at tonight. I don't know we in the mountaintop or in the clouds. But I need you to if you can put me in the fifth chamber of hell right now. Because I'm getting ready to power up on Kanye West. You're going to have to drop me into the fifth chamber of hell and fire.
I guess I'm a personally called Dante myself, okay?
I'm telling you, brother. Okay, read on, my brother. Let's get more into the story of corruption and scandal.
Come on. Now, again, Italian media also reported that Vatican officials contemplated investing hundreds of millions in Angolan oil fields, money that comes mostly from an annual collection intended to support papal charities. Per the Italian reports, prosecutors have also found evidence of embezzlement, fraud, abuse of office, and money laundering among the Vatican's upper echelon of managers. Now,
look at that.
Just
money
all of
laundering.
them. They can't just do one thing, Cap. When they do it, Cap, they got to go all in. Like, they don't believe in taking a penny. Look, the oppressor is like, why take a piece when I can take the whole pie? And that's his slogan, man. That's his slogan.
Damn right.
Good night.
Damn right, brother. Listen, and our Hispanic group, whatever you said that, a lot of black people in Rome in Catholicism too, but a lot of our Latino brothers and sisters have helped that Roman Catholic Church also,
right,
and have been loyal members to that Roman Catholic Church. And what do? They take all those funds. They ain't taking the funds to stop a wall from being built or help them what's going on with all those wars going on in South America. They're not trying to do that. They taking it and putting it in their own private investments.
Right. Good
this
night.
Is what Christ warned us of, brothers and sisters. This is what he warned us of. Why do you think he flipped over the table of the money changers in the temple?
Right.
Because of this very thing that we're reading about today. This is why, when they say that all of this, that this is playing out in real time, listen, this is what we've been telling y'all. The Bible is a living word. It's not past. It's past, present, and future. It's
right.
current. It's playing out in real time right now.
Nice.
And they're messing up, they're using the church's money, the money that all the tithes and donations that this is why we tell you to support ISUPK. This is why we tell you to support Commander Jerry Hunter. Because you know what Commander Jerry Hunter does with that money? He puts it back in his nation. He makes sure people's lights are on, people's water bills are paid, they got a hot roof over their head. That they got transportation to get to work, that they got medical bills. He does that with that money. You don't see him in a damn Lamborghini and doing all. You don't see that. This man, this is a man who died. But we know why you get the Roman Catholic Church, because why? You want to be robbed. You like to be deceived. You like flashy things. You like these big robes and these big fish hats they be wearing and think they so holy.
Right.
Meanwhile, they molest the boys in the back of in the confession booth.
Good night.
This is what's going on. This is why we are in an open attack against Christianity.
Good night, man.
Because the corruption now, this is something like the Wolf of Wall Street. This is something like out of Enron, like one of these insider trading big 500 companies. This is something you would see, quote unquote, in the world. But this is what they do.
Right.
It's showing you that religion is man-made. Christianity has nothing to do with the gospel of Christ. It has nothing to do with salvation. It's all about financial transactions.
Right. It never did and it never will. Right?
Damn right, bro.
Right. Right. That was.
If I could, I want y'all. Let me get a scripture. Let me get Matthew 6:24.
Matthew 6:24. All right.
I love this scripture because Christ sets the record straight. He cuts through all the confusion.
Right.
A lot of you Christians are confused.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. He cannot serve God and mammon.
You see what Christ said, man?
Right.
You can't serve two masters. The Christianity, let me tell you, Christianity allows you, try to get you to allow you to try to serve God and serve money, serve your own pleasure. You can't do that. You can't serve two masters. You're going to have to love one and what, brother? What does it say after love one in that
and
scripture?
despise the other.
And you're going to have to despise the other. I think the upward is hate. Am I correct?
That's right.
Come on, sir.
You're going to have to hate. Christ said you're going to have to hate somebody. Hold on now. Where my Christians at? They say Christ loved everybody. Where you at?
Right.
Where you at in the chat room? Where you at out there in social media land? Where you at? Why are you so quiet?
Right.
Christ said that you're going to have to hate somebody. You can't serve two masters. You understand? Your loyalty you can't have duality with loyalty. That is what's going on in the Christian church. And really, you're not serving Christ, you're serving mammon. Mammon is old Quaker English for money.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we're reading this article about corruption and scandal. How is that going on in the body of Christ? Christians, you so-called true believers? Huh? You think because when it's Ash Wednesday, when you put the ash on your face, on your forehead, it makes you holy? You think because you dipping somewhere, you put sprinkling holy water on somebody, that's making you holy? Or that you attend mass, that makes you holy? None of these things make you holy. You bow before that statue, which is idol worship in the Roman Catholic Church.
That's right.
The Lord forbids you to even bow down before an image and worship. That's idol worship. That alone separates you from the Lord. But you want to call the ISUPK a hate group? What do you call the Roman Catholic Church? Why the Roman Catholic Church is not on the list in the Southern Poverty Law Center for being a hate group? Why they got us and not them? But all these scandals. That's what I want to know. I want y'all.
Right.
The Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a damn farce. Why do they got us on as a hate group? But the Roman Catholic Church is stealing everybody's money and making private investments and losing money.
Right.
And all these scams. And they're still able to operate and function in America. They're still able to go into the jails and push their religion, but you want to stop the ISUPK from going into the prison system. Why is that? This is why you lose the argument. You know, we don't support Islam. I mean, we know that's a false religion too. So this is why you lose it. You Christians, you lose the debate trying to battle radical Islam, because Christianity is radical too, just as radical as radical Islam.
That's
just
right.
as scandalous as they are. They're both part of the same branch.
Right.
One is no better than the other. Wood and stone, both of them are idols.
Good night.
Keep going, my brother.
Good night. All right, let's continue now. It says a first round of indictments in the Vatican City State Court is expected to be handed down soon. Red-hatted princesses of the church may eventually be implicated. All of this, of course, sounds like a plot recycled from The Godfather Part 3. Financial scandal at the Vatican is nothing new. The Vatican's official bank was faced repeated crisis since it was founded in 1942, and the bank itself was created to curtail fiscal irregularity. Right? So, but now, when Pope Francis was elected in 2013, it was with a mandate to clean up finances, and I remember that. His efforts began well. The Pope regularized accounting procedures, committed to European anti-corruption standards, and by 2016, the Vatican had contracted the global accounting giant PricewaterhouseCoopers to conduct the first serious external audit in its history. But the Pope's reform project was stymied, right, at every turn, right, or at every turn by a seasoned Vatican bureaucrats with more influence and support than the group tasked with reforming their bureaucracy. Now, a powerful Vatican official, Archbishop Giovanni Besui, right, Besui, unilaterally canceled the plan audit in April 2016.
If I could, man, that's going to show you right there that it's all corrupt.
Right. From
they want to audit,
from its inception.
Go ahead.
No, I just said from its inception, from the beginning.
Yeah, it's all corrupt. It's all once again a corrupt tree.
Right.
It's a corrupt tree. You don't try to you got to cut the corrupt tree down, and it has to be hewn in the fire. They can't even do a damn audit. You know why? Because there's so much. That whole Vatican City is so corrupt. It's corrupt from top to bottom. It's corrupt from top to bottom. You can't even get a damn financial audit without somebody stopping you. The goddamn Archbishop. The Archbishop himself, the so-called pontificate.
Golly, good night.
I'm so sick of these. I'm sick of them. And you hate us. But you love the Archbishop. Meanwhile, he's taking your money. He's flying little boys to Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Oh, man.
In the Caribbean. And he ain't going out there for mass.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, you can take the M off of that word. That's what he's going out there for, Salakia.
That's right.
Right.
That's right, brother. Mine is the M.
Right.
You do the math. You
Right.
do the arithmetic. You know what I'm saying? You do the Latin.
Oh, nice.
That's what they speak of in there. You do the Latin.
Right. Oh, nice, man.
Keep going, my brother.
Khan. Just simply corrupt as it wants to be, man. Absolutely amazing. So now, the next year, the Vatican's Auditor General, was forced out, and allegedly, after he discovered financial improprieties, on the part of his superiors. Now, the figure who made the most progress on reigning in the Vatican graph, George Cardinal Pell, right now sits in an Australian prison after he was convicted of what? Sexual abuse in a trial many Australian jurors found deeply suspect. Supporters of Francis' efforts argue that this month's raid and the trials likely to commence soon are evidence that the pontiff's reform initiative is working. Then again, there's the timing of the raid. Ahead of the publication this week of an Italian journalist's book detailing a much larger web of financial scandals at the Vatican. Now, in the light of the book, spinning the raid as a good sign isn't easy. A financial scandal comes at a terrible time for the Catholic Church. While the church grows in the developing world, religious practice is declining in the United States and Europe, and the Catholic Church is especially feeling the effect. Last year's Theodore McCarrick sexual scandal ignited a firestorm for the Roman Church, leaving many Catholics in the West distrustful of hierarchies at home and in Rome. But the sexual abuse, I don't blame him. Go ahead, Cap. I don't blame him.
I mean, you're right. Who can? What country that has any sovereignty with any sense would allow them to operate in their country?
Right.
Like, really, to be honest, the United Nations, if they had any righteousness about themselves, they would Catholic missionaries would be barred going into those countries. They would be barred from going into any countries with all this mass. I mean, it's corruption in every Catholic church in America, brothers
Right.
and sisters.
Right.
And they moving these people. They just relocating them.
Right, man.
They moving these Catholic people in South America, in the Caribbean, our brothers and sisters in Haiti. They're moving these people around.
Right.
And there is no checks and balances. There is no justice, which is how you know the Holy Spirit is not in that place.
That's right.
It's not there. It's the house of Satan.
That's right.
You understand? These Roman Catholics, I think they can't. They talking about they doing exorcism. They ain't doing no exorcism in there. They beating them people up in there. They can't get that demon out of them.
Boy,
Because Satan cannot cast out Satan.
Right.
Brothers and sisters, Christ said it. They don't have the power to exorcise a demon, to cast out demons. How can you do that when you're doing this?
Right.
Christ said, if Satan be divided against himself, how can his kingdom stand? They are standing with Satan.
Good night.
I declare to you tonight, they are standing with Satan. And all you have to do, you don't have to believe me. We read in the New York Post. We didn't write this.
Right.
We're not on the editorial staff of the New York Post or the Associated Press. We're not on the editorial staff.
Right. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
these are things that we're saying to you to wake you up, to tell you to come out of these religions.
Good night.
The same thing with the black church. It's the same thing. Another branch of this Christianity. They're taking all this money and spending it on God knows what. Not helping the people. Stealing your grandmother's money. And she too blind to see it.
Good night.
You understand? This is what. Let me get another scripture if I could, brother. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 5. Let me get another scripture, man.
Right.
And I don't find. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 5. Therefore, judge nothing before the time, until the Lord comes, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness, and will make manifest the counsels of the heart.
You see
and
that?
then shall every man have praise of God.
You see that? Like we not judging. We warning you of the judgment.
Right.
The judgment is coming when our King returns. And he gonna make light. He gonna shine light on all the things that have been done, and the councils, the wicked councils they have behind it, coming out of the confession booth.
Right.
About where the money going, where the boys at, what trips they gonna take. Like how can you even have a child in the Roman Catholic Church being an altar boy? How is that possible?
Right.
Can somebody explain it to me? How is that even legal to have kids in a place like that? How? I mean, I don't understand. You know what that shows you? That shows you that white supremacy is Christianity.
100%.
And they do what the hell they want to do.
Yep.
They do what the hell they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Any health inspector, they would go into a house or a building, they would look at certain things, they would say, there's not enough heat in this building, or not enough cooling in this building, it's not sanitary, the sanitation is not up to par, this child could not be in this area. The DHS what would the DHS do? They would take the child and put the child in a better environment. Am I correct?
Right. Oh yeah, 100%.
So why is the DHS not at war with the Roman Catholic Church? You know why? Because
together.
It's all under white supremacy.
Right.
This place is full of hypocrisy.
They in the same bed, all of them laying together. Right. Mm-hmm.
You understand? You would think the DHS, being they care about kids, would be rated in the Roman Catholic Church of all kids. But no, my brothers and sisters. Once again, why we tell you to take your spirit out of America. Take your spirit out of these religions. It's full of hypocrisy. It's full of corruption. It's full of scandals. Why do you think the Lord said, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her plagues? Mm-hmm. The Lord is going to plague this place. You think he's going to allow the Roman Catholic Church to go on forever with all this evil? He's showing you the evil before he bring the judgment. So he letting all this come out. So you can't say God is wrong for what he's about to do.
Right.
Because some of you would like to say God is wrong. He's wrong for doing that. Well, he letting you see this before it happens. Before he bring the hammer down. Before he burn it like he burnt that church, that cathedral. What was that at? When Ireland, where the hell that cathedral had burnt up at? That was the Lord.
Right.
That 500-year-old, well, however the old that cathedral was, it caught on fire, man. That was the Lord.
Yeah.
And you ain't seen nothing yet. We'll see what happens. Because the Lord he don't like his name being used, being propagandized for a false religion. He don't like that. Keep going, my brother.
Good night. All right, so now it says again, we have, but the sexual abuse scandal also points to the path forward for the church of financial reform, transparency, and accountability. U.S. Catholic bishops have learned that their parishioners expect them to tell the unvarnished truth about past misdeeds and present crisis, and likewise expect them to be accountable to outside auditors and experts. Now, Sunlight.
Now, I'm not gonna say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
This year, another thing that's hypocritical about that Roman Catholic Church. They encourage everybody to come in there and confess their sins in their confession booth, but they can't even confess to the financial auditors.
Right.
They can't even give them the books on where the money went.
Right. Now they ain't gonna do that.
Where the money go? Where the money go?
They ain't gonna do that.
Why don't you come out the confession booth?
Right.
And confess. Confession. The Bible says confession is good for the soul. Why won't they confess that?
It may be good for the soul, but it's not good for the pocketbook. So lock you.
That's right. It's not good for the bank account.
Right. Yeah.
It's not good for the pontificate. The archbishop.
Good night, bro. These people here, man.
Keep going, my brother.
Good night. These people here, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So now it goes on, and likewise expect them to be accountable to outside auditors and experts. Sunlight, as the saying goes, is the best disinfectant. All right. So transparency is uncomfortable for a 2,000-year-old institution accustomed to governing itself, but it has become necessary for the Catholic Church. If saving souls is more important to the Vatican bureaucrats than saving face, the Church must open her ledgers to experts, okay, with full transparency about the results. The path of reform called for Pope Francis and charted by Cardinal Pell must continue regardless of the opposition. That's that story. Okay.
You understand? So they're going to try to hide behind separation of church and state.
Right.
Because it's tax-free money. They're going to try to hide behind that. They're going to say the state is trying to get involved in, well, really, the Roman Catholic Church, that's a city-state, the Vatican. You understand? That place over there is a city-state, meaning they have full autonomy. But it's still showing you the corruption. Because the past cardinal himself don't give a damn about it. They don't care. And they're not going to care. So it's time for you to wake up. You understand? Take me to Job 9:24. We're going to go to the next story, my brother.
Khan. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
You understand? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why you think the earth is in turmoil right now. Because the wicked are in rulership. They cover the faces of the true judges.
Mm-hmm.
The true judges would what? Would not allow this to happen. But they cover the faces of who are the true judges, black man? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Right.
The men of those tribes are the righteous men of those tribes are the true judges. And they will be found in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, who's a prophet of the Lord, who's certified prophet of the Lord. He's going to tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not.
Mm-hmm.
He follows Christ, and men under him follow him. Why? Because he does what the Lord say to do. You understand?
Yep.
And that is the problem with the Christian church. They cover the faces of the judges. We are the real saints. There are no saints in that Roman Catholic Church.
Right.
The only one who can be a saint is Israelite. Ain't no saints in that up in that place, man. Because they're full of corruption.
Right.
They have no righteousness about themselves. And it's gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. You ain't seen nothing yet. You just hold on. Go to the next story, my brother.
Okay. All right.
Story number 2.
Story number 2. We're gonna get into it. Oh man, here we go. So the lady's name is Christian. Right? I hope it's Christian or Kirsten, right? I think it's Kirsten. Yeah. Okay, Kirsten Nelson. All right, Kirsten Nelson says she left DHS because saying no just wasn't good enough. All right, so this is what this lady's saying. All right, so we don't understand, the reason why, but let me go ahead and put this up here for them. This is again, y'all. This is confusion happening inside their own nation. All right, so
now, if I could, now y'all keep in mind, this woman, you got to talking about the Roman Catholic Church.
Right.
This here woman worked for DHS. Let's see where that focus. Let's see where that focus was at. Keep going, my brother.
Good night. All right, so now this is it says Security Secretary Kirsten Nelson on Tuesday said she left office because saying no and refusing to do things that others and the administration wanted was, quote, not going to be enough. Okay, so now she goes on to say there were a lot of things like that that were those in the administration who thought that we should do. And just as I spoke true to power from the very beginning, it came clear that saying no and refusing to do it myself was not going to be enough. So it was time for me to offer my resignation.
These white people love to use our terms.
Right.
They love to use. They love to take our phrase and everything we do. Truth to power. You ain't never. Why wouldn't have you ever heard a white person speak truth to power?
Stole it.
That's some black grassroots been saying for a long time.
Right. Yeah, that's
you ain't speak truth. You complied with Donald Trump. That's what you did. You didn't speak truth to power. And now as UPK, we don't speak truth to power. We speak truth from the power.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't speaking no truth to power. Keep reading, my brother.
Good night. So now, it goes on. She says, let me see. So it was time for me to offer my resignation, she said, at Fortune Most Powerful Women's Summit. That's where she did it at. So her comments came towards the end.
Now this summit, if I could,
okay.
This summit is where some of the most powerful women in America meet. It's a conference.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. There's a lot of black women that be there too.
Right.
A lot of these feminists, they love to go to those women empowerment conference. And there's nothing wrong with a woman being empowered. But you got to be careful with that word. Because the woman being empowered the wrong way can be deadly for her nation, for her family.
Right.
Especially our women. You let the white women try to dress you up with that feminist garbage, and now you ain't got a man and you 50 years old. You understand? Listening to a goddamn feminist. You better wake up. This happened at the women empowered, the most. What read that part again?
Come. This happened at the Fortune Most Powerful Women's Summit. Okay.
The most powerful women's summit. You know, with some lesbians up in there. Keep going, my brother.
Her comments came towards the end of an intense and brief interview with Amna Nawaz, national correspondent of PBS NewsHour, which focused primarily on Nelson's controversial role in the separation of families at the border. Now, Nelson, who resigned in April, was pressed multiple times on whether she regretted signing a memo that enforced separating families. Quote,
now, hold on. Let me say this, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they are the DHS. Let's show you whose kingdom this is. The DHS is more concerned with separating families at the border with our Latino brothers and sisters, taking their family and separating them from their kids. But you won't separate the kids from the Roman Catholic Church. But you won't go in there and separate the kids from the pedophiles in the Roman Catholic Church. If you cared about kids. We're showing you that this place is only about destroying God's chosen people. The blacks, the so-called Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Right.
That's what they use their resources for. So why would you want to strengthen this place? Why would you want to be a part of this place? Why not build your own nation? Why not build your own society? Why not build your own world? Why not build the kingdom of heaven?
Right.
Keep going, my brother.
All right. So now, it goes on. Well, it just keeps getting worse and worse. All right, so now she said, I don't regret enforcing the law because I took an oath to do that, Nelson said, adding that her decision was to enforce the law, not to separate families. However, she said she wished the coordination and information flow had worked a lot better. Quote, what I regret is that we haven't solved it. And what I regret that information flow and coordination to quickly reunite the families was clearly not in place. And that's why the practice was stopped through an executive order, she said. It clearly wasn't working, so we stopped it during an executive order, she added. We asked if anyone raised concerns that children would be traumatized as a result of the policy, Nelson said, not from staff. No. Now, earlier this month, President Donald Trump announced that he was going to nominate Nelson to the National Infrastructure Advisory Council. Nelson told the audience Tuesday that the position is unpaid and she would be advising the government on cyber and critical infrastructure needs.
You see how these white women are, man.
Right.
You can't trust them either.
Right.
Now, she gonna sit there just to try to let the crowd know. Now, if she was against him, is so-called against him with DHS when they try to separate the families, why take an advisory board job?
Right.
And they ain't gonna say it's non-paid. Bitch, you getting paid. Excuse my language.
Oh, man.
And you gonna say that the policy and they didn't have certain things in place. So what do you have now? You have a manufactured crisis.
Right.
You have a crisis that was manufactured by the United States government at the border. They weren't having that problem like that before they got involved.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
You had them coming over the border, but you didn't have a mass, these damn concentration camps and these kids sleeping on concrete floors.
Right.
With no blankets and on rocks and not getting the proper hygiene equipment. That's a manufactured process, manufactured crisis.
Right.
You got health issues gonna come out of that. You got trauma issues gonna come out of that. All kind of issues. Some of those kids may never be right if unless they come into the ISUPK. Unless the Lord heal them all that. If some of them kids ain't gonna never recover from that. You understand?
Right.
So these people here have no humanity when it comes to humans, when it comes to other races of people, especially when it comes to our people. They don't have that same like their kids. We're gonna talk about their kids tonight too. We're gonna tie this all in. We're gonna show you how they feel about their kids and how they feel about you. We're showing you how they feel about us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, my brother.
Good night. Come on. So now let's get this. All right, now. Nawaz pressed her on why she was currently advising the White House, prompting a retort from Nelson. Quote, "Are you telling every CEO in here that they should never advise the government?" she said, to applause. Right? So this was Nelson's first public interview since her forced resignation in April. Now, she had been scheduled to appear at the Atlantic Festival last month, but later dropped out amid the backlash, right? She canceled due to a family situation, not the criticism over her attendance, according to a source similar with the situation. Singer, songwriter, Brandy Charlie, assuming that's it, Brandy Charlie dropped out of the Fortune event earlier this week, citing the atrocity of family separation. Now, respectfully, she said, respectfully, I absolutely cannot support Kirstjen Nelson having a voice amongst powerful and inspiring women in America, she tweeted. Now, Nelson became the face of the Trump administration zero tolerance policy that led to the separation of thousands of families who were apprehended crossing the southern border. Now, at the end of the contentious interview, Nelson said, quote, "I wish we had gotten to cyber because that's why I was originally here. Cyber is the biggest threat that we face in Homeland today," she said. Unquote.
So now you want to
divert it,
hide behind cyber.
Yeah, divert it.
You see these white hoes.
Yeah.
You see what they do? They want to hide behind. So if cyber was a big issue, why are you separating families?
Right.
Let's go back to the main topic. Why were you separating families?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. What you got at that border is it's a microcosm of the Trail of Tears, brothers and sisters.
That's right.
It's a microcosm of the Trail of Tears, how they march our Native Indian brothers all the way to Oklahoma in the dead of winter. It's similar. It's similar, man. You cannot tell me that these are not the Lord's chosen people. Take me to Deuteronomy 28 and 32, my brother.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
You gonna tell me that the 12-tribe chart is wrong, that Commander Juliana has an ISUPK? Is that what the hell you telling me? This fits our brothers at the border, our brothers and sisters at the border verbatim.
Right. Yep.
This fits them verbatim. It fits us because we was in slavery and the same thing was going on. It's still going on today with us too.
Right.
So this fits them verbatim. How can you say that the Latino brothers and sisters is at that border are not Israelites when this is happening? And it's happening through state-sponsored terrorism.
Boy, I tell you, boy.
This is what we're trying to tell you. But you want to argue with us? You want to continue to argue with the ISUPK? But we the hate group. We're not separate. Once again, I just named two hate groups. I named the Roman Catholic Church, and I named DHS. I named DHS and Roman. That's two hate groups.
Right.
It takes a good certain amount of hate to separate a child from their family.
Oui, man.
That takes a lot of hate. Don't hide behind the law. You don't hide behind goddamn cybersecurity.
You know, where is the conservatism in that? Where is the humane treatment?
Exactly.
And we're so, conservative. Exactly. And we're all human and we care about all people. Right. See?
That's right. What you're saying, I want y'all to know what you're saying is so important. Because these people, these Republicans who call themselves conservative, there's no way you can conservatively deport over 2 million people. That's not conservative.
Absolutely not.
They just showing you the hypocrisy in this place, man. Which is why the Lord told us to separate from these politics, from these damn political parties. They mean you no good. Elijah Cummings just kicked the bucket this past week. Don't you see that these so-called black Democrat civil rights leaders are dying out?
Yep.
They leaving. John Lewis, he next. They leaving. And what, you gonna still hold on to a dream? That's what they left you. A dream. Martin Luther King's dream. That's their legacy. That's their legacy for this generation. 3/4 of this nation is in poverty, undereducated, underserved in our own communities, with all these black politicians at the head of the seat.
Boy.
And you want to argue with us? You want to talk about leadership? You don't want to know about leadership. Because leadership going to make your ass uncomfortable.
Most definitely.
Leadership will mean you ain't going to be able to get rich and rob black people and Hispanic people and Native American Indian people. That's what real leadership is.
Right.
And speaking of, I'm going to tell you, speaking of Elijah Cummings, let me tell you something. I watched that funeral. Damn near from beginning to end. I kind of skipped the gospel. I couldn't take it. You understand? But I watched that funeral. And you know what one of those pastors said?
What?
You know, he said they compared Elijah to Elijah. They compared Elijah Cummings to Elijah the prophet in the Bible. Now, I got offended at that.
Boy.
Because a prophet and a politician are two different things.
Right.
He said, the pastor said, he said that he gave the definition of a prophet. He said a prophet does three things. He based it off some Old Testament scholar. But I had to listen to him, what he was saying. There are three things. He says a prophet critiques the dominant ideology of the time. That's the first thing. And I want to say this. What group do you know, other than the ISUPK, that's critiquing the dominant ideology? And the dominant ideology is what? Christianity. That's what Commander Junior Hunter is doing.
Right.
And what he's been doing. He's been critiquing the dominant ideology.
Right.
He's been exposing the holes in the doctrine, the hypocrisy. And then the pastor went on to say the second thing. And you know what the second thing he said a prophet does? A prophet articulates the public pain. Isn't that what the ISUPK has been doing?
Right.
Since 1969? Haven't we been articulating the public pain of our people? The plight of our people?
Right.
Fighting against abortion, fighting against police brutality, speaking out against the hypocrisy and these leaders, false leaders in our community. Haven't we been talking about that? How we're underserved with all of these so-called black politicians and police chiefs and black judges that's hugging white killers of our people in the courtroom. We've been doing that. And then the third thing I want y'all, before we go any further. He said a prophet offers up creative solutions for those who cannot. I want to kind of tweak that a little bit.
Right.
The prophets of the ISUPK, we offer up practical solutions.
Yep.
For people who cannot find not their way, but the way.
Right.
There's only one way to life, brothers and sisters. And that's the way that Christ laid forth. That's why we in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. It's practical because you can apply these things. We don't just the Bible deals with every facet of life. We teach life skills.
Right.
We teach conflict resolution. We teach parenting. We teach all these things in ISUPK. We even give political consultations in the ISUPK.
Right.
And a lot of you black politicians that are already in office, you need some political consultation.
Exactly.
Because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Exactly.
You're taking the campaign money, you filling up the Democratic coffers and the Republican coffers, and you don't even know how to even speak about issues. You need to just shut up and talk to Commander Junior Hunt.
Right. Meanwhile, the strip clubs making money, madame houses, best little whorehouses in Texas, they blowing up, and dope houses, flourishing. You see what I'm saying? And the church house is predicated because that's where they feel so bad to where they take their money and their tithes and they keep paying the church with stolen money, and they just keep ciphering the same attitude, the same ideas. They go back. Nothing ever changes. Like, this is what continues to happen. That's why I read earlier, Cap, like you said, nothing has changed since the inception, from the beginning. And again, that's why you brought it up twice. Like, you can't make something that's bad good, and that's what they're saying over and over in the Bible. It talks about the oppressors, the people that's over us, man, that from the beginning they come out twisted. They come out full of lies. They come out full of deceit. They plan evil on their beds, and over again, for some reason they feel that they go to Walmart, they go to get a Brook, put on a Brook Brothers suit or something like that, and go to Man's Warehouse and tailor-made suit. Now all of a sudden that attitude is different, right? So I mean, clothes don't make the man, and that's been an old saying forever. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's gonna make the man is, having our own leadership. You see what I'm saying? And our own laws and statutes and commandments to come in to try, and fight, and for not try, but we are fighting against, the oppressive system that's only set up to keep this going. Like, there is no court system that's gonna stop it. Like, what they do is they get, they go and they put one set of crooks in jail, then another set of crooks take their place. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a continuation of the same thing. It's the Republican Democrat. It's nobody addressing, again, not to change the subject, but it's all tied into one. Like, their issues should be them worrying about who's gonna be the next, white mass shooter to get mad and shoot one of during a pagan holiday, right? Or either on a regular Sunday while people shopping. Like, when are they gonna turn and address the issues of themselves, right? And that's gonna be the only solution. Well, they're never gonna address it. That's why it's gonna take a black man by the name of Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to come back and set the record straight. Period.
Damn right, brother. Damn right. And that's the thing. I remember Jeremiah Hyman saying it about white people. They're only capable of policing other people. They're incapable of policing themselves.
That's heavy.
And that's going to be their downfall, because they cannot police. You will never see them profile 18-year-old white boys. It won't happen.
Right.
You can look for them. That won't happen. Which is going to be one of the stories we're going to go into tonight. You understand? So let's but you made some heavy points out there also. I want y'all about this whole systematic racism is an institution. This institutional racism, meaning that this is a system. Racism is in order for racism to work, it's a team sport. You either play together or you lose by default.
Man.
Okay? It's a team sport. So this thing ain't working because of some individuals. It's a collective deal. You understand? You may have white friends or have white coworkers that want to get you a cappuccino, but the justice system is racist. But the economic system is racist.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All these things are against you, and they are in motion.
Mm.
You understand? Regardless of the little trinkets, the nigger trinkets that you get, it does not stop the system.
That's right. Man, that's heavy.
Okay?
So real.
That's why the Bible says that oppression make a wise man mad. You got to understand. You got to be wise to understand oppression, because it's systematic.
Good night.
You understand? That's why I say the wise man, oppression make a wise man mad. Oppression ain't always open. Oppression is hidden. Remember what happened with Pharaoh? He said, "Let us deal wisely with them." He was dealing wisely because he didn't want to make it seem like they were isolating a segment of society who has contributed to Egypt becoming an empire.
Right.
Keep reading, my brother.
Good night. Okay, well that was the end of that story.
All right. Okay, all right. So, take me to Deuteronomy 28 and 49 and verse 50, and we're gonna go to the next story.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Right.
You understand? That's him. Like it says, as swift as the eagle flies. When he came to get us, to put us in captivity and destroy our nation, he came like an eagle. And what's his mascot? What has been his mascot in every empire that he had? The eagle. The Roman Empire, it was the eagle. With the Germans, it was the eagle. Right. America is the eagle. That's all, every empire he had. That's his mascot.
Right.
That's his bird, the eagle. And it says what? And a nation whose tongue we would not understand. Now you gotta understand that's spiritual, because we speak in the so-called same language as him, but we don't understand each other. His justice is different than our justice. He say hands up, we put hands up. He still shoot.
Right.
We don't understand each other. There's a barrier. We're showing you there's a spiritual barrier between us.
That's right.
You're not going to understand them. They're not going to understand us, even if we speak in the same language.
Right.
There's a difference between language and speech, brothers and sisters. Our speech is different than his speech, because the Bible said we would be two nations, two manner of people, which is a fool for us to try to even integrate with these people, because it just blinds us more.
That's right.
It puts us under his heel more. And they would not show favor to the old or young. They don't care about the elderly, and they damn sure don't care about kids because they're separating them at the border every day.
Damn.
And white people got the nerve to come up to ISUPK on the street corners of America and ask us about humanity. Going to say we all human. Well, if we were all human, aren't those people at the border human? Let's talk about humanity.
Right.
Aren't they human? And they may not be American citizens, but aren't they human? Because the way you talk, you would think that they're not even human because they're not American.
Right.
Because they don't have American rights. But don't they have human rights? You selfish piece of crap.
Right.
The hypocrisy of America is amazing. Which is why they don't want us. Which is why they want to stop us from speaking on the streets.
Yeah. Right. Speaking on Facebook.
And a lot of those politicians, a lot of these congressional aides and these activists, they're listening to us. We know, because they're taking some of the talking points and using them. We hear them all the time. They would not say. Some of these groups, Black Lives Matter, wouldn't say what they're saying now. A lot of them, they weren't saying that 5 years ago.
Right.
Why are they saying it now? Because they're coming by the camp and they're listening. They need to come on and get on board if they're serious. Go ahead, my brother.
All right. He's reading Deuteronomy. Officer Mabataza.
Okay, I think we done with that.
Okay. Go ahead and go into story 3.
Let's go to story number 3. Let's go deal with this nigga Kanye Kumbaya. Kanye Kumbaya.
Oh man, it don't stop.
Kanye Kumbaya. Drop me down to the 10th chamber of hell. Drop me down to the 10th chamber of hell.
Here we go. They say crooks hang with crooks. So here we go. All right, this is story number 3 for everybody. We're gonna get into it. This is an exclusive, y'all. All right, Kanye West, Joel Osteen invites him to Lakewood Church. Lakewood Sunday service, man. All right. Joel Osteen invites him to Lakewood Sunday service. So Kanye West is heavy into gospel now. We all know that. But bet you didn't know he's talking to perhaps the most famous pastor in America, Joel Osteen. And we've learned that he may be making an appearance at Osteen's famous Sunday service. So sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Kanye West and Joel speak from time to time on the phone. As recently as 2 weeks ago, we're told Joel Osteen has invited Kanye to take a trip to Houston, Texas, man, and experience his mega church, Lakewood, where 45.
I want to say this. Listen. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to be in the right spirit. Come on, y'all. But I'm gonna tell you something. This nigga Kanye West, brother. Like I said, there's a reason why the Lord said he cut certain people off in his nation.
Kanye West.
Like it's easy to see that Kanye West has been used as a political tool, and now he's being used as a religious tool.
Here we go.
They're gonna use Kanye West. Kanye West is like a $2 hoe.
Right.
They're gonna use him. They're gonna use him through Christianity. They're gonna use him to try to bring these millennials, these young black millennials. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing this Sunday. I've been watching these Sunday services for a while. That was the build up. All that was, he was getting ready. He wanted to do. He had to do the Sunday services to build up to going to Lakewood and all these churches.
Of course.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Do you know he went to that nigga? Where that nigga out in Atlanta? That nigga we ran him out of Baltimore. That peanut head nigga, man. That pastor. He over Eddie Long Church now. He over Eddie Long Church.
Right.
I can't think of his name.
Hey, if somebody
That
in the
nigga
chat, if somebody in the chat can think of that man's name, go ahead and drop that in the chat. I cannot
Yeah,
think of
he
it
out there
right
in
now.
Atlanta.
Right.
They ran him out of Baltimore. Damn, the UPK damn near ran him out of Baltimore. We was on his ass. Excuse my language.
Oh, you good?
You know what I'm saying? But he was out there. He was out there in he out there in Atlanta, over Newburgh, and they invited him, Kanye West, over there.
Right.
You understand? So it's showing you he going on a gospel tour, meanwhile promoting the white Jesus.
And this is a result of you thinking everybody can be saved. It's also a result of interracial dating and mixing and having children, and it's also a result of Christianity because he's like, remember, I think he just made the comment, Cap, and said that, that he don't. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying something to the point like, Donald Trump kind of used me a little bit, kind of swindled me, and I ain't gonna be doing that no more. That type of thing, he kind of made a comment.
He gonna do it again.
Right. So
he gonna do it again.
Of course, because he doesn't think that all white people are bad. He thinks, there's good ones, or I had a bad experience here, I had a bad experience there, but this one's good over here. That's where that comes from. He doesn't understand. Never trust thine enemy, right?
That's right, brother. Like he don't understand that concept.
Right.
But after a while, he will. It's gonna probably be too late for him, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the brother. This cat here, Kanye, where they're using him as a Christian $2 hoe. He's going and listen. He done a Sunday service at a Mormon church.
Oh, good.
At a white Mormon church, brothers and sisters. And listen, I heard today. He went to Howard University.
Right.
And did a Sunday service at Howard. Howard is a historically black university. He went out there, and it amazes me that they would welcome Kanye West after all the things he said and how he showed his ass in the White House with Donald Trump. You would think he would be barred from coming on that campus. But once again, there is no real leadership in Israel other than the ISUPK. Like he got, and listen, this is what I've heard now. I've heard that Howard received $7 million from Kanye West on that Sunday service.
Come on, man.
This is what I understand. Why do you have to sell your integrity, black people? Why? It's certain things that a person that you shouldn't be able to buy from a person. You shouldn't be able to buy a man's integrity. Now, you shouldn't be able to buy our integrity should not be for sale, brothers and sisters.
Right.
You're going to allow a person, you're going to give them a platform and avenue at a historically black university to have a Sunday service after all the things that he said, and you call us a hate group? But you know what it is? Once again, they serve money, brothers and sisters. That's why the Bible says you can't serve two masters.
Can't do it.
You can't do it. They allowed him to come on that campus. And I believe this, he's funneling money from Donald Trump. And don't quote me on it.
Right.
But just wait until this comes. Wait until everything, the smoke clears.
Right.
He's funneling the money. And remember, not too long ago, Donald Trump met with a lot of HBCUs,
right,
in regards to saying that he was gonna give them money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is why we at ISUPK are on those HBCU camps, historically black colleges. And that's why we out there. That's why and you're gonna see more of us.
Right.
You just hold on. You understand? That's the next battleground. These college campuses. You understand? It's starting to heat up more with more divisive political speech. And guess what? These young brothers and sisters, they're looking for something to fight for. They got to just be guided in the right way.
Right.
Keep reading, my brother.
Now, we were told Joel has invited Kanye to take a trip to Houston, Texas, and experience his mega church, Lakewood, where 45,000 people now show up to pray every week. The Sunday service reaches 100 million homes in America and tens of millions more around the world. Now, we're told...
Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? Why? Now, ask yourself this question. Don't be fooled. Why would they give a black entertainer that much viewership? Why would they give him a platform like that? Ask yourself.
Get ready to use him, partner. It's going down.
Ask yourself. Why would they give him a man that, you know what I'm saying, a black entertainer, that much viewership, that much of a platform? Why would they do that? Are they trying to save souls? Are they trying to help people? Or are they trying to bring you under the mark of the beast?
That's it right there. Good night. That's it right there.
When are you going to start to question? This is what the bro. What's the we on story number 4? Number 3.
Story. I think it's.
I'm sorry. Take me to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Take me to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, my brother. We're gonna read all the way up to verse 5. I just gotta say it. I want y'all to, you know, I just gotta say it, man.
Yeah. Let me see.
Because this right here is ridiculous.
This story number 3.
Like, we're not paying attention to the optics.
Right.
You're not seeing. You never question yourself. Why would Joel Osteen invite Kanye West to his church and give him that much of an audience at his church?
Say, man.
He was all over the world. Why would they do that?
Say, man.
I'll tell you why they're gonna do it, because they already told that nigga what to say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's more confident, now than ever, and again, I would say something, but it's getting ready to bring it up in a minute about, everybody who's involved with the attendance. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait till you tell me to read again, and I'm
okay. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
All right.
Khan. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin.
Let me say one thing before we go any further. This is what Paul was telling. He said, let no man deceive you by any means, by his celebrity, by his so-called donations, or whatever his fame is, or whatever he is. Don't let him deceive you by any means.
That's right.
And he said that day, what is that day? That day is Judgment Day. That's the day we're waiting for our King to return, Judgment Day.
Yep.
The white man called it Doomsday for him, because he knows in that day he's doomed. We're waiting for Judgment Day.
Right.
And you cannot have Judgment Day unless there come a falling away first. Falling away from what, brothers and sisters? Christianity.
Yep.
What is Kanye West doing? He's drawing people in, trying to bring people into Christianity. That's why he got a gospel album coming out. That's why he got this movie called Jesus is King coming out. That's why he's doing all this. This is propaganda.
Right.
Like I said, you really can't separate religion from politics, because they're both tools that men use to further their agenda.
That's right.
And the governments use to further their agenda, which is why they send missionaries into other countries.
Yeah. And along with war, that's heavy, Cap, is along with war, you have to send in those missionaries. And that's that's a whole nother shipment of people that come in, besides the actual soldiers that are going over there, that have the crosses around their neck. Like, they don't really know they pushing it, but like, let's say if they help a family that's over there, right, who they done blew off the leg or something, they say, let's give you some aid. What else is that soldier gonna offer them but Christianity? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hey, Jesus will pray for you. You're not gonna pray. So they push that agenda too. But you just is right though. They send in that. They try to do that. Well, they still trying to do that. With the Muslims and the Arabs, when they try to get their women to come up out of those dresses or whatever, and get behind the wheel of a car. You be independent. You can put on makeup. But then they brought in Christianity. That's why, again, it's scattered on the streets, of Ghana, what I'm saying, and Nairobi and Angola, Zimbabwe, like all on the streets, even the quintessential part of Africa in Sudan, they have nothing but the so-called white, the white Jesus that's painted, and then along with that coming in, all through the People's Tour when they telling people about the Portuguese and how they were brought into the slave trade. Even those people, when they go over there, they hit them up with Christianity. You see what I'm saying? And it looks like that because of Christianity, things have settled down. When really, that's not the case. And that's what our people need to understand about warfare. You don't have to see bombs dropping from airplanes, man. See what I'm saying? And hear explosions and buildings dilapidating in front of you and people dying to understand that we're at war right now. See, and that's what people are looking for. You got it, Cap.
No, what you said, you make a heavy point, also on y'all, because there's so many different levels of warfare, and I bring this up every time I'm teaching about warfare and I'm teaching about different things to brothers and sisters. You have to win. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Same thing with, you see how they got the Confederate flag hanging in the South right now? They still wave that battle flag.
Right.
And the reason they still wave that battle flag and have some of the same ideologies is because now the North won the battle. They won the war, the physical war, but they lost the political war.
Right.
You have to win a war on two fronts. You understand? If you're fighting a physical war, you got to win that war and a political war. You understand? What we're fighting is a spiritual warfare. You understand? But in warfare, there's levels to warfare, and you may win one level and compromise the next if you don't know how to effectively wage war. And that's what you have right now. What you got going on with this? This is a spiritual warfare against principalities. You understand? Rulers of darkness in high places. These are things that we are fighting against, and the best weapon we can use is the truth.
Right.
Is the word of the Lord, the knowledge of the Lord. You understand? So keep going. So don't let no man deceive you by any means. Read on.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
Now hold on.
The son of perdition.
That man notice this ain't a spirit.
Right.
Notice it don't say. See, you Christians want to say, well, it's the spirit. It's the Satan. No. It says that man of sin be revealed.
Right.
Meaning there's a man on the earth that has to be revealed.
That's right.
So if he has to be revealed, what is that saying about his current state? That he is concealed. He is hidden. Someone is hiding him. Someone is covering up for him.
Right.
And Kanye West is playing a major part in that covering up. We got to identify niggas like this.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. I remember he apologized, and I knew that nigga was going to backtrack. This is why the Lord cut certain people off in the nation, because they would be like a cancer. Especially niggas that had money and was successful. Right. They had to be made examples out of. Otherwise, other people would think, you know what, he done it, so why can't I do it? He got rich. You understand?
Right.
People like this have to be like, that's why the Lord cut certain people off out of the nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing treachery against this nation by doing this. This is not the treason, what he's doing. Keep reading, my brother.
Verse 4. Who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
You see that? You see that? Who does that? The so-called white man. And listen, he does that not only in Christian church, but in the Roman Catholic Church, which is the head of the Christian church. When you go to Rome, you ever been to a cathedral? You go in the Roman cathedral, Roman Catholic Cathedral. You look at some of those paintings on the wall. What color are angels gonna be up in heaven?
They're gonna be white looking with little. They're gonna be naked with little curly little hair. You know, with little bow and arrows in their hands, and some hearts, holding some hearts.
It's damn near pornography. It's damn near child pornography on the wall with naked angels, naked baby angels.
Right.
God gonna be white. Jesus gonna be white. He's showing himself as God and above God.
Right.
That's him. But Kanye West don't care about that. He going to the Lakewood, and this is the same church. This is the same church that stopped black people going in there when they flooded in Houston.
Right.
They were trying to get in the church. That cracker locked the door of the church. I thought the doors of the church were supposed to be open. That's what I thought. I thought the doors of the church, ain't that what the pastor say? The doors of the church open? Why the hell the doors went open when it flooded?
Right.
He didn't want to mess up that carpet up in that damn church.
Right.
And you gonna go down there after all that? See, this is the problem with these niggas. They run, like the Bible say, they run down to Egypt and the Lord didn't call them. They didn't act at the Lord's mouth. They want to do what the hell they feel is right.
Right.
Whatever in their heart, quote unquote, what's in their heart.
Right.
But they feel like the Lord ain't leading them. That goddamn money is leading him.
That right. Right.
What verse we on, brother?
And that's heavy too, Cap, because the scripture say in Jeremiah. Remember, it said, if the preachers were, I'm paraphrasing now, if the preachers would have been doing the right thing and talking about what the Lord had been called by the Lord and teaching what the Lord was saying, then they would have changed the people. See what I'm saying? Our people would have changed, but because they not following the Lord and they got the deceits and the thoughts and the dreams of their own mind, ain't nobody getting no help, ain't nobody getting saved, and Christian church is damn Satan's playground, man.
Damn right. Damn right, my brother. What verse we on now?
Verse 5, sir.
Go ahead and read verse 5, boy.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Right.
Paul reminded us, man.
Right.
Paul reminded us that, look, when I was with you, I told you this was going to happen.
Yep.
Paul telling you. He said, man, all this stuff because he writing to the school. He writing to the school in Thessalonians.
Right.
He's telling them, don't be surprised when you see a nigga like Kanye West pop up. I told you this was going to happen. You be like, damn, how Kanye West go to Lakewood Church? The nigga got sponsored. The nigga got strings in his back.
Nice.
You understand? That nigga is a Uncle Tom via ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist, right. Yeah.
They got they hand up that nigga back. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Don't be fooled.
Right, and you're going to find out later that, he follows Lil Nas down, what is it, Lonely Road or Hershey Highway, whatever the hell it is. But yeah, he follows him behind that too, watch. That's going to come out too.
You're going to find out. You're going to find out that whore of Babylon.
Right.
That whore of Babylon, Kardashian, they want to try to big up like she worked so hard to get where she at. Yeah, she worked hard. She worked hard. She worked long days and long nights. She pulled herself up by her G-string.
Right.
The hell. I'm sick of it. Act like she's a successful woman. She pulled a page out of Madonna's book with Dennis Rodman and what she was doing with these rappers. It ain't nothing new.
Right.
The same goddamn playbook.
Golly, man.
Okay? Read on, my brother.
Good night. You want the article or you want the scriptures?
The article.
Okay.
Please.
So now, back to the article. We're told that he told Joe he loved to attend the service. This is what Kanye told Joel Osteen, and he wouldn't be the first celeb to do so. Cause why? There's Oprah Winfrey, and there's also Tyler Perry, the Clintons, and many others have attended. All right. The question: would Kanye perform at the service? Our sources say Joel Osteen never asked him because he didn't want to put Kanye on the spot. But if he wants to sing, Joel Osteen would be thrilled. So now he's gonna perform because I gotta perform for massa. You know what I'm saying? So what told Joel Osteen? Go ahead, sir.
No, you got it, Warrior.
Okay, what told Joe Osteen genuinely likes Kanye and believes his life is rooted in faith and love. During their conversations, they
now how in the hell can you look at Kanye West's life and say this? How can you say that? Why would you say that?
Listen, man, one step away from mental institution. You know what I'm saying? Being locked down.
Oh my goodness.
That brother's so unstable, man. You know, and if he don't get what he want, if he don't get his bag of Skittles, he'll start acting like a little child that don't get what they want. You know, kids meal at McDonald's or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He don't get his
this guy
happy
is
meal.
unstable, man. They was in the middle of like they will give him, but they know that we don't care about that. We care more about celebrity.
Yeah.
We care more about status. We don't care about that. We don't care about righteousness. They know how a lot of our people think. So they're gonna use them. And they're gonna use them to reel people into this Christianity even more, these young millennials. I remember this. I'm telling you, when I was in Shreveport, they had a panel discussion on why are millennials leaving church.
Right.
We saw this coming. We saw this coming. This is a push to reintegrate or reintroduce Christianity to the next generation.
Right.
We ain't stupid, man.
Good night, man.
You're dealing with the prophets.
So you
keep reading, my brother.
So we're told. Let me see. Okay. So now we're told Joel Osteen genuinely likes Kanye and believes his life is rooted in faith and love. During their conversations, they talked a lot about faith, and Joel Osteen's proud that Kanye has traversed his sometimes difficult journey and has come out believing in a higher power. Kanye is slated to drop today. It's all gospel, so he's clearly got the material. Right, that's the end of that story. I'm so glad we're at the end of that one.
No, I'm glad it's the goddamn man. If I was gonna drop me down to the 20th chamber of hell. Drop me down to the 20th chamber. Okay, so now let's go to Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 22, and we're gonna go to story number 5.
Oh man, good night, boy. I tell you.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13, verse 22. Because with lies ye have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthening the hands of the wicked, that he should not return.
That if I could, it's a lie. I didn't mean to cut you off, Warrior. But that's what these celebrities and these politicians and these pastors and these people who are of high esteem in this world, that's what they do. Who don't have a heart after the Lord. They strengthen, you strengthen the hand of Lakewood Church. You strengthening their hand.
Good night.
By going in there and being a nigga mascot for his Christianity. You making him rich. You making him, and you pushing their message. You are strengthening the hand of the wicked. Why do you think it's so many? Look at all these people the LGBT community got more power than the so-called African American community. And in a short time, they was able to be in power. Why? Because we helped push their agenda. We said gay is the new black. We pushed their agenda before ours. And this is what you have. And it's the same thing with this. They strengthen the hand. They make people sad who the Lord didn't want to make sad. And then they strengthen the hand of evildoers. Keep reading, my brother.
And strengthen the hand of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way.
Man.
And listen, and those of our people who are wicked, they ain't gonna return from their wicked way. Listen to Kanye. They ain't gonna return. Like you making them be more wicked. Like the job is for us to help our people and rehabilitate our people and help them be born again under Christ. But they don't want to do that.
Right.
They rather have a song and a dance and let them continue to be destroyed. Keep going.
That he should not return from his wicked ways by promising him life.
And hold on. Ain't that what the Christian churches do all the time in there?
Right.
Promise you life.
Right.
The Bible says the way, the path to life is a narrow path, brothers and sisters, not a broad path.
Right.
We're going to tell you the path to life. The path to life is a narrow path. It's an uncomfortable path. Ain't too much wiggle room.
Right.
But it's the way to go. It's the only way to life. It's only one way to life. There is no alternative lifestyles in the Bible. The only alternative to life is death. Let me make it simple for you. Can I make it simple for you?
Good night.
There's only one way to life. What did Christ say? I'm the way. I'm the truth. I'm the life.
Right.
Follow me. He's telling you the way to life.
Mm-hmm.
But these niggas like Kanye West and this man of Satan, Joel Osteen, you know he a man of Satan. He wouldn't even open the goddamn door when it was flooding.
Right. Yeah, doing hurricane.
Because he didn't want to mess up the carpet.
Right.
He didn't want to mess up the finish on that wood up in there, on that wood grain.
Oh, man.
That is what we're talking about. Lake Wood.
45,000 members come in, man, and over $100 million is made a week.
Man, once again, that's a political machine. These churches are political machines. They're money laundering machines. They're a business. They're a business. We're trying to tell you. There's a reason why Christ flipped over the money chain, the table in the temple.
Right.
Because they made it a place. They made the Lord's house a place of thievery and robbery. They had, I think I was doing research. They had their own shekel. They had a half shekel where they was robbing the people. They damn near was doing inflation.
Oh man.
Where Christ had to check them and say, "You want a man to tie all the way up to a mint, but you ignore the weightier matters." Them niggas was so concerned about money, they want you to tie all the way up to a mint. them greedy bastards, them money grubbing niggas, they didn't care nothing about salvation. When it came to the law and what's right, all they cared about was the money. And that's what you got going on right now in these churches. Right. I'm gonna tell you something, brothers and sisters. You can't get rich telling the truth. I'm gonna let you in on that. You can get rich telling lies, but you get hated telling the truth.
Man.
Which is why you know that we are the certified men of the Lord right here in ISUPK.
That's right. Most High in Christ, man.
These are sanctified in here. And for a brother to come in here and make this and come in here and serve the Lord and do what he's supposed to do, it's an amazing thing. You understand? But brothers understand this, that it's not for nothing. It's not in vain.
Yep.
You will be rewarded when our King returns.
Right. Most High in Christ.
We done with that verse. Now, let's go to story number 5. How much time we got outside one, y'all?
We got another 15 minutes. We're gonna stop it at 10:15, so we're ready.
Let's get this story right quick. This is all I love this story here. Let's get this story while we can. We got a little time.
Come on. All right. Story number 5. A mother's warning. If you have white teen sons, listen up. Okay.
Now hold on. This is I like this story. I like this story because now, see, you usually wouldn't see articles like this.
Right.
But you're seeing articles like this now. Once again, hats off to the UPK, the Watersford Command and General Yohana.
That's right.
You're seeing articles like this because that whole saying about they having mental issues and they didn't get enough love, that's being played out now.
Right.
Because there's so many mass shootings, and that excuse is getting old about why they kids shooting up a school. Mm-hmm. So now they're gonna have to really address, especially with the prophets on the street. You know that's getting old.
Right.
So we're wearing it out. So now they got to really look at the issue. Let's read on, my brother.
Khan. Again, a mother's warning. If you have white teen sons, listen up.
Hold on. A white, I'm sorry, I can rephrase it. A white mother's warning. This is a white woman talking.
Yep.
Just so y'all know. Go ahead.
Joanna Schroeder has a warning for parents of teen and tween white boys. Right? If you don't pay attention to their online lives, the white supremacists will. Now, quote, they've studied the way that our young men interact online, and they've looked at what these boys need, she said. And they have learned how to fill those needs in order to entice them into propaganda. Now that's what she found when she asked her own teenager if they could go through some of his social media together. Quote, he was scrolling quickly, really quickly, she said. It was so fast, and he slowed down, and I saw an image of Hitler, and I stopped him.
I saw an image of who?
Hitler, and I stopped him. And I stopped him, and I said, what? Is that Hitler? It was a meme depicted Hitler and implying a time traveler would have tipped him off about the future to keep him alive, had popped into the boy's Instagram suggestions. Okay? Quote, I know my kids understand Hitler, but as I scrolled through his social media, I saw more memes that joked about the Holocaust and joked about slavery, Schroeder said. Now, the impact, she said, seemed to be desensitizing our kids to things we should be sensitive to. Now, Schroeder decided to dig deeper with her sons. Okay, with her sons. One, a teen, and the other, a tween. Now, when she heard them saying words that had been used by trolls against her, right? So now, as a writer who has published pieces about men's issues among other topics, Schroeder has suffered online criticism and abuse from those who virulently disagreed. Virulently disagreed. She says, quote, I know that the people who bothered me and harassed me and made my life miserable for all these years are influencing my kids. Schroeder told CNN, these are my sweet, gentle boys saying this stuff. A California mom of three. A California mom of three.
Sweet, gentle boy. Sweet wouldn't hurt a fly. Keep going.
He said, a California mom of three. She has a baby girl in addition to her three sons. She says she is progressive and liberal. Before adding, she does not shun mainstream conservative thought. But she was jolted when she heard her elder son talking about being triggered. Okay, now it says you'll hear this from your conservative uncle, and you may also hear this from a kid that's getting a lot of alt-right messaging online that everyone's too sensitive today, she said. That is entryway kind of terminology. It's not racist. No, it's not. But it's often used against people who are calling out racism and sexism or homophobia. All right. So now other terms she tells parents to listen for include snowflake, kek, spelled K-E-K, a form of LOL that sometimes refers to as ironic white nationalist religion, coke, like duck coke, Chad, feminoid, beta, blood and soil, and the numbers 14 or 88 for their association with Hitler and Nazism. Okay? Now, the words may not appear.
Let me say one thing.
Right.
And they're going to show you, even on social media, there's coded language.
Right.
There's coded language with a lot of these young white, and that's what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Right.
When they came out there saying blood and soil, those are what and listen, it's the same thing under the Trump administration. When you hear, well, listen, I've said this, I brought this point out before. If anybody that's illegal in a so-called into America, not in a legal path, if they are non-Latino or non-Caribbean or non-Haitian, they may be European white people, they say they're a non-citizen. They don't use the word illegal. But when it comes to our Latino brothers and sisters, they say illegals.
Right.
But when it comes to them, when they use it, talking about a European, they say they're a non-citizen. You see the coded language.
Mm-hmm.
You see the coded language that's going on, and this is why you got to pay attention to these things. See, this is what's going on social media, and we tell you there's another mass shooting right around the door. We're telling you these things. It's going to just keep. It's not going to stop. This is why we should never be integrated. We should never integrate into the schools with them, because we integrated with mass shooters.
Right.
Yeah, we got problems. We got our own problems. We got problems. But guess what? We can fix our problems.
Yep.
So why don't we focus on fixing our problems? So you mean to tell me we got to fix our problems and theirs? That's asking too much. I'm sorry. It's asking too much.
Right.
We got to fix our children and try to fix theirs? No, I'm sorry. That's a foolish way of thinking.
Right.
How about we fix our own problems and let them deal with their mass shooters? Keep going.
So now, the words may not appear obviously racist or sexist in themselves, but they have been co-opted by extremists and in some cases taken on new meanings. Now, it's the same with various emojis and symbols, like the bowl cut that is now a form of homage to the hairstyle of the racist killer who targeted a black church in Charleston. They're talking about Dylan Roof. A glass of milk emoji linking white pride and supposed masculinity, or two lightning bolts that can look like the insignia of the Nazi SS symbol, right? Even the OK hand signal can be seen as racist in some situations. The Anti-Defamation League reported last month. So Scroder sent out a thread of warning tweets that went viral, including amongst parents getting ready to send their children back to school at the end of the summer. Quote, "I wanted parents to know," she said, "to pay attention, because this particular group of boys is being targeted and these parents have no idea." So Scroder does not suggest that white teens are necessarily looking...
But now listen to the verbiage.
Right.
They're being targeted. No, they're not being targeted. This is something that they are naturally born with. This is something they naturally do.
Right.
They're not being targeted. We're going to go into the scripture to show that. See, they want to make them the victim.
Right, and it's still,
but
listen,
they're not the victim.
Hey Cap, you know what? And listen, it's still no way out of that, because it's not like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are targeting them. So they'll still be the victim of their own people that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? In her mind, right? If I want to go with what she's saying.
In her mind,
right?
Like that's right. In her mind, they're being targeted. But how are they being targeted when they're targeting minorities?
Right.
You see that level. There's level to the psychology they try to do.
Yeah,
see, this is like what we're trying to stop. We're trying to make an effort. They're targeting our young kids. Listen, he's making bombs off of Amazon. You see him ordering the Amazon boxes coming with the nitroglycerin at your door. It says nitroglycerin.
Right. And I want to know it like what is influencing the children? Is it Nazi groups? Watch this. Watch this, Cap. Is it Nazi groups? Is it KKK? Is it the alt-right? Is it the ones behind the scenes? The crooked ones that's working in the military, right? Or now, is it the movies and televisions and magazines, which are also controlled by the same people? Okay?
Exactly.
Okay? There's no way out. There's no way out of it.
It's no way around it.
Right.
It's nowhere around it. I mean, they try to get around. They want to play the victim, but how can you make him a victim when he's the predator?
Mm-hmm.
He's the predator.
Right.
And let me tell you something. And when the Lord said what He said about Jacob and Esau, it was so true. We're gonna read it in the scriptures.
Right.
Like the Bible does not lie. You understand? We are natural born enemies. And I'm using that word natural born for a pun intended. Because before we were even born, we were fighting. It was a clash in the womb. You understand? It was a full-out clash.
Mm-hmm.
To Rebecca had to go before a prophet and say, "Why are they fighting all the time?" And the prophet had to say, "There's two nations, two manner of people inside of you, and two nations are in your womb."
Right.
Meaning two nations are gonna grow. These two boys, it was gonna be two nations that come out of each one of them. Meaning one was gonna be a nation, and the other was gonna be a nation. And they're going to be two men. They got the same mother and father. See, you Negroes don't understand genetics. You don't understand spirituality either. The Lord separates certain people. Talking about we all humans. Yes, we all humans, but there's different races. There's different races among this human race.
Right.
The Lord isolated a certain race of people for His own.
That's right.
So what are you talking about? And He used things like this to remind you of that separation. What do you think the Bible meant when it said He severed us from other people? Do you know what the word sever means? Sever means to violently separate.
Right.
When we came out of Egypt, it was a violent separation. The death angel came. It was bloodshed. It was the lamb's blood was shed on the doorpost, and then it was bloodshed of all the firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
So what the hell are you talking about?
Good,
you cannot deal with us in this Bible, man. You're not equipped.
Right.
You act like you're a heavyweight, but you're not equipped. Mm-hmm. Which is why you don't want to even deal with us on these. You won't invite us to Lakewood Church, I'll tell you that much. You damn sure won't invite us to these black churches. You're running right now.
Right. Right. They
can't even catch you niggas in the parking lot. I can't even catch you niggas in the parking lot coming out of church.
That's what I was going to say, Cap.
In the car, can't even catch you niggas in the parking lot.
Right, Cap. Honestly, look, right before you said that, I was getting ready to say they won't even invite us in the parking lot to tailgate to be like, they don't want us on the premises. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
They run scared. And all we asking for is a dialogue. All we asking for is let's just have a conversation in front of the church. Let's have a conversation.
Right.
Let's have a Sunday afternoon conversation about the state of the affairs of black people in America right now.
Right.
Can we tie that into the Bible? You don't want to do that. You know why? Because you say it ain't the right time. I know why not the right time. Because you're afraid. It's never going to be the right time for you. Go ahead, my brother.
Right, man. Okay, so now, what was that? So, Schroeder does not suggest that white teens are necessarily looking for extremist content, but the way the extremist content is constructed, whether it's ironic, irreverent, or snarky, right, seems tailor-made for them, right? Now, they like to feel grown up, and they like to feel that they are no longer falling for baby humor, that irreverence feels good to them, right? She said, now, what they don't know is what crosses the line, the means begin to normalize ideas that are repugnant, she says. And those ideas can seem to have merit as teens go through the struggles of growing up. First boys are inundated by memes with subtlety. You hear that? with subtle, yeah, subtle. There go that word, boy.
It's disgusting. Look, drop me to the 100th chamber of hell.
Use the word now. You see how they get caught in their own word. The Bible is not allowed.
Exactly.
Good night. It said, first, the boys are inundated with memes of subtlety, right? Then racist, sexist, and homophobic, anti-Semitic jokes, and being kids. They don't see the nuisance, and they repeat and they share it. Now, Schroeder said that they are shunned in school or socially. Now, it can push them to their online life and into the hands of those who understand them and think everyone else is being too sensitive, she said. From there, many things can happen, almost none of them good. Boys can be labeled as Nazi sympathizers in comments that can follow them for years. They might troll someone and be sued. Right? They might fall further down the radicalization rabbit hole and begin to actively seek out extremist friends and ideology. Their use of white supremacy or neo-Nazi propaganda can cause deep fear and anxiety to those who are the targets. There's that word again. So Schroeder admits she overacted when she heard alt-right talking points coming out of her son's mouth, perhaps because it felt so personal to her. She began emotionally and threatened to take away his phone. Her husband intervened. Her husband now intervened.
Hold on now. Hold on,
Yeah.
Who intervened?
Her husband intervened.
Come on with it.
And she decided to dial it down.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Now we on it. Now you didn't hear it. Now she didn't go more. I don't know if we're gonna say any more about the husband, but she's saying her husband intervened.
Right.
And this is now how do you know her husband? See, you got to read between the lines.
Oh man.
The Bible says, "Can two walk together unless they agree?"
Oh man.
And you best to believe her husband is trying to instill every form of masculinity that he can in his son, especially against his enemy.
Good night. That's heavy right
now.
now.
Let me tell you something. Oh my goodness! I mean, brothers and sisters, I just hope that you're following along with the ISUPK and see what we're trying to tell you and teach you about these things. Let me tell you something. Way before social media, white boys were bombing black churches. The 4 little girls in Birmingham. This is way before memes.
Right.
They are naturally prone to violence.
Mm.
The Bible says Esau would live by the sword. That's prophecy, brothers and sisters.
All right.
That's one thing that every race has an attribute. And this is a problem I got with Kanye West. Like I hate to keep going back to him. But see, once people, let me tell you something. You can't have, Commander Junior Hunter taught me this, and I think about it all the time, and I'm dealing with a lot of issues. You cannot have a strong nation if you keep giving love outside of it.
So true.
You can't do that. You are outsourcing. You are outsourcing your love.
Right.
So now, what happens now? When you cease to become an asset to your nation, then you become a liability to us. You become when you start to become an asset to another nation, you become a liability to us now.
Correct.
Which is why you got to get cut. The Bible says, "Thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out."
That's right.
We have to purge this nation of unrighteousness.
Mm-hmm.
We have to remain and do what's right for the greater good of our nation, regardless of what we lose any finances or lose our comfortability. It's called sacrifice.
Right.
We used to do it with a goat and with a sheep without blemish.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord wants something more personal now. He's beyond that now.
Right. All right. Oh, I'd say.
Go ahead, brother.
Good night. So now, she's trying to divert it. So now, condemning or shaming him would simply push him further away from me and right into their hands. Shame is a force that I believe leads people to their worst decisions, Schroeder said. Now, instead, she was able to team up.
Hold on. Give me that scripture where it says, "For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee."
Yeah.
Let me show you something, man. See, let me tell you something.
Obadiah
Like
1 and 10.
There's no other way they can police their own.
Right.
They're incapable of doing it.
Nice.
So if you're not gonna shame him, if you're afraid of shaming him, it's gonna push you away. then what the hell you even looking at the social media for then?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to fix the problem. You're afraid it's gonna hurt him. And you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna grow up and get it. He's gonna go up and get an AK-47 or one of the AR-15.
Yep.
And guess what he's gonna do? Because he's been trained to be so sensitive. He's been so sensitive to his feelings. So when somebody hurt his feelings at school, he gonna shoot up the school.
Yep. And go home and shoot up his parents' house because he don't want to hear the repercussions from them either. So everybody out. That's how it turns out.
That's right. And guess what she gonna say? I didn't know. He didn't get enough love. We see it all the time. Some of these white boys, let me tell you something. They got stuff out here. Let me tell you. They got explosives right now you can buy right now. They got the components for an explosive. They making bombs right now online.
Pipe bombs.
Now, you know I'm not telling you nothing I don't know.
Right.
You know the UPK not telling you something you don't know. You are able to buy certain materials on certain sites to make bombs. White boys are buying it right now. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Right.
They're being trained, and it's not just on these white radical websites, but they have the assets to get all of these resources to make all these weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, they don't have to buy a gun. They can print a gun. Did you hear me? They can print a gun out of a 3D printer. Now you know I'm not lying to you. It's beyond that. You beyond a small arms race in America.
Man.
There's enough guns in some of these communities to start a whole small war.
Right.
Especially in the South.
All right.
Go ahead, my brother.
You got it. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother, Jacob, shame shall cover thee. And thou shalt be...
Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
You understand? Shame is supposed to cover him.
That's right.
I don't want to shame him. It's gonna push him away. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't correct these people, man.
Okay.
It's just in their nature. Do you understand? In every house, there's a vessel of honor and a vessel of dishonor.
Right.
The Lord made certain nations to be evil.
Yep.
He made certain nations. It's not. It's like an animal. It's like a snake. A snake can only do what's the nature of a snake.
Yep.
You got to understand that. So you've been brainwashed with Christianity. You think you can reform these people. You think you can have a racial sensitivity class and you can keep them from calling you a nigga.
No.
And I told you a while ago, Donald Trump, I'm counting down the days. He's one speech away from saying the word nigga. He might say it on his re-election after he gets elected again. But he's one speech, I'm saying any day now. He's one speech away from saying the word nigga.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get this through your head, man.
Right. And
you need racial. We specialize in racial relations in the UPK.
Good night. And it's gonna take us to stand up because if we depend on these coon Negroes, if Donald Trump say the word nigger, Cap, I'm telling you, the coon Negroes.
Kanye West gonna be right there. He's gonna be right there.
He gonna be right there talking about, man, he said the word nigger, y'all. I mean, listen, he more black than Bill Clinton now. You know, Bill Clinton was smoking weed and playing sack, but he said, man, you gotta be a nigga if you use the word nigger in front of niggas. He's a nigger. Man, our people crazy as hell, man.
That's right. What he gonna say? He gonna racially sanitize the whole thing.
Good night.
They're gonna say Kanye West. He's gonna say he my nigga. I'm his nigga and he my. And I'm gonna tell you, it's certain things that just would not be allowed under righteousness.
Good night, boy.
You know what I'm saying? It's certain things if they would be afraid to do under righteousness. But we're not in that kingdom. Christ said, "If this is my kingdom, my servants will fight."
I know that's right.
So this is not our kingdom. You understand?
Come on.
What we got to do is we got to teach our people to wake up, help build the kingdom. kingdom of the Lord. Okay, keep going more on that, warrior.
Come on, a little more. It says now, instead, she was able to team up with her sons, sitting together and decoding memes and posts that now flag to her if they have concerns, and she will share material she has found with them. And that means taking what Scroder says is a vital step in and getting on the same online sites and apps. She's blunt. I'm sorry, parents. You have to have a Snapchat account, she said. Adding parents should know how Reddit and Discord and Instagram Explore work. There's a world of social media far beyond Twitter and Facebook, from unmoderated bulletin boards full of hate to real-time chat while gaming, she says. Many of the social media companies have made moves to try to combat white supremacy propaganda. In March this year, Facebook, which owns Instagram, announced it was banning, quote, praise, support, or representation of white nationalism and white separatism on Facebook and Instagram. That came after pressure from advocacy groups like the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights under law. After the deadly 2017 Unite the Right protests in Charlottesville, Virginia, Twitter suspended alt-right and white nationalist accounts. Reddit began putting threads that had white nationalist or alt-right propaganda under quarantine in 2017. And Discord, an app designed initially for communication between gamers, has begun purging white nationalist content. But Scroder says parents have a role too in what she calls modern parenting. Quote, I taught them their ABCs, I potty trained them. My next big lesson is to how to look at the media they are consuming constructively, Scroder said. That was going to take them back to little babies. She responded to criticism that she was trying to brainwash her children. All parents are trying to bend their kids' minds, whether it's getting them to wash their hands when they normally wouldn't, or getting them to think about social issues in a way that's going to help society get better, she said. She found a positive way to engage with her sons. The kids and I are conspirators together, she said. She might point something out and then tell her boys. Their alt-right guys were trying to trick you like they think you're dumb and you're not. You're smart. That's what she's telling. So that's the end of that disgusting article as well.
Okay, good. Excellent. Let's go to Psalms chapter 58, verse 3.
Fine Christ.
They always want to control the narrative about their children. They're victims now. They're being targeted. No,
right.
They're not being. We are being targeted. That's who are being targeted.
Mm-hmm.
The black people in that church were being targeted.
Right.
The people in El Paso, our brothers and sisters in El Paso, they were being targeted. You're not gonna make him a third. What do you call it? I'm not gonna say a middleman victim, but you're not gonna make him a victim of something that he does treachery. He's responsible for his actions. And then you tell our kids,
right?
Our 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds ain't go out here and sell drugs and go out here and rob and be stick-up kids. Ain't that what you tell them in front of the judge? That they're responsible for their actions?
That's right.
Go ahead and read, my brother.
Absolutely.
Come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They meaning you like they is evil, man. They from the womb. They estranged from it. They're not natural. You understand?
Right.
Estranged from the womb. Meaning what? This in that DNA.
Yep.
That's what the Bible is saying. They estranged from the womb. Go ahead. Read on.
Khan, verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stops her ear.
Now listen, hold on. She's trying to talk to her boys. The Bible says like a deaf adder, like a snake that's deaf, that can't hear.
Mm.
Let me tell you, she thinks she's doing something. But let me tell you this.
Nice.
When that kid go off to college or they hooked up with their friends, they ain't listening to none of that crap. I'm telling you right now. You let Donald Trump get impeached. Let me tell you something. These white boys are talking about a civil war right now in some of these forums online, right now as we speak.
Yep.
There's an article that we had tonight with a Major League Baseball umpire said on Twitter that it was going to be a civil war if Donald Trump got impeached.
Good night.
They are planning retaliation. And if he get impeached, it's to overthrow the government. That's how you're looking at it. And the Democrats know it. And this is a major league. And listen, don't try to tell me that you got to separate sports from politics. But they try to do Colin Kaepernick. But at least this umpire, I guess, at least he saluted the flag, I guess. At least he saluted the goddamn flag.
Oh, man.
He could talk about a civil war and then help referee the goddamn World Series and not lose his job. Where's the backlash? You see?
Yeah.
Like
it's like its own internal investigation. That's how the oppressor deals. They have their own racial, internal investigation. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what goes on, man. So they're like the deaf adder. You think you gonna like the Lord is saying you can't charm this snake. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Right.
That's what the Bible is saying. You can't teach this snake how not to be. It's deaf. It ain't trying to hear all that. All those where we got to be sensitive. That snake is gonna bite your ass. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 5. Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely.
See, the mama thinks she a charmer.
Right.
I'm gonna talk about the memes, and I'm gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna just talk about how they trying to trick you. And he's sending them donations every week. He's Snapchatting, he's cash apping them white supremacists, and they guess what? And listen, when he want to get some beer, guess who he cash app? Guess who they cash app? Guess who cash app him some money for a beer? The white supremacists.
Good.
Guess who cash app him some money so he can get some cigarettes? The white supremacists. Guess who cash app him so he can go buy a hooker? And he, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
They raising him.
Of course.
They raising him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And the father, you never know. The father, he may be part of it too. She probably don't even know. He probably don't tell your mom about this. Just play along. You don't know what the hell going on with you white folks, man.
Right.
Keep going.
Khan, verse 6. Breaking their teeth. Slack break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lion.
That's what we ask the Lord to do. We ask the Lord to break their teeth, man. You understand? To break their teeth where they can't bite.
Right.
And the Lord will do it if we turn back to Him.
That's right.
You understand? But we too busy trying to join. We too busy trying to charm a snake. You're trying to fix America. Let me tell you, that funeral, that Elijah Cummings funeral, all they talked about was how you try to work with everybody and try to fix America. You know what I'm saying? And he died on his deathbed trying to impeach Donald Trump.
Nice.
He died on his deathbed trying to impeach Donald Trump. Like, I don't know about you, brothers and sisters, but I don't want to go out like that. The Bible says a blessing to see the end for you to see the end of your enemy's life. You understand?
That's right.
Trump saw the end of his enemy's life. He was trying to impeach Trump, and Trump, you think Trump wouldn't happen? They wouldn't celebrate about him dying? Like, come on, man. We ain't supposed to be like that, man.
Right.
We're supposed to not try to charm the snake. You don't charm a snake, you cut the head off the snake.
Right. Oh, dude, boy.
Take me to Romans chapter 9, verse 10.
Good night.
We're going to go over to verse 14, and I'm going to pass it back over to y'all.
Con. Go in. You going in, Cap. Handle your business. Yeah. Let's see.
Romans chapter 9, verse 10.
Con. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And not only this, but when Rebekah also have conceived by one, even by our father Isaac. Verse 11. For the children being not yet born, any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand,
Let me tell you
not
something.
of works.
These kids, these two babies, Jacob and Esau, they didn't do good or evil. But guess what? The Lord had an election. The purpose of the Lord had an election for each one of them. You understand? One was going to be against God, and one was going to be for God. You understand that? That's in the Bible, man.
Right.
I don't care how you try to slice it. I don't care what kind of philosophy or theory you want to come up with. That's what God said, and what God said is true. Because you've seen it manifest every day in America, every day in the world.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Con. Not of works, but of him that calleth. Verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
And who was
13.
the elder? The elder was what? Esau. He came out first. His life's purpose is to serve us. That's how it's supposed to be. That's
Yep.
what God ordained. He's going, in the end, he's going to serve us. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
Con. Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Read that again.
Man.
Con. Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Read it one more time, my brother.
Good night.
Con. Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Listen, first of all, this is in the New Testament. But it goes back, and it's anytime you see as it is written, it's always referring back to the Old Testament.
Right.
We're showing you can't separate the old from the new. You can't separate it, man.
Right.
He's talking about nations now. Jacob is a nation. Esau is a nation now. And the Lord said his love is upon Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And his hatred is upon Esau.
Right.
So how are you going to say God can't hate? Keep reading, my brother.
Con. Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
Man, Paul, let me tell you something. Boy, Paul knew what the hell he was dropping it. He was cutting their ass.
Right.
How you going to say God? First of all, you Jacob. So what the hell you mad about? He loves you.
Mm-hmm.
The hell beef you got with him?
Right.
How you gonna call God righteousness when the Lord said he hated him? You know why he hated him. How you gonna get mad at the Lord? Oh, you gonna say the Lord unrighteous? I thought you said God loved everybody.
Mm.
Ain't that what you said in church?
That's what they say.
Well, why won't the pastor read this scripture?
Right.
This is why they are afraid to deal with the ISUPK. They can't confound us. They never will. They front like they can. They never will. They just don't know the scriptures, brothers and sisters.
Right.
That's all. They think they know, but they don't know what in the hell they're talking about. And a lot of them, believe it or not, a lot of them know they're getting confounded, and they just won't admit it.
Right. Yeah, they don't even want to battle. They don't even want to debate. They've already sent a word out, not only to the pastors, but even to the congregation. Don't mess with them, or they just doing this and saying crazy things. Just leave them alone. And they've definitely spread a memo within their whole religious Christianity organization is stay away from them Hebrew Israelites. Especially ISUPK.
They've been doing it. You're right.
Right.
But we may just pop up at one of Kanye West's Sunday services. We may just pop up there one day. Who knows?
Right.
It's possible.
Right.
May just pop up at his Sunday service.
Oh yeah, be wise as serpents, harmless as doves.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what we got to do is, brothers and sisters, is make sure we support Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK. Make sure you send your tithes in to this school. The only school organization is going to help our nation, man. And brothers, and let me tell you something, brothers and sisters in and outside of this school can attest to that. They know what Commander General Yohana has done for them with the tithes and donations. We need to be financing this machine, financing this organization head first.
Right.
Okay? You need to put your brick into this nation immediately. You got businesses going to be growing out of this land. You got housing coming out of this, food programs, GED programs, drug rehab programs.
Right.
You got prison programs. We were forming brothers and sisters in prison.
Right.
You got all kind of stuff we doing, man.
Right. Been doing.
And we doing it with little of nothing. Imagine what we can do if you all the nation really got behind ISUPK. Imagine what we can do. Imagine what we can fix.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So support the ISUPK. I want to say the water for the brother reading. The water also I want y'all to have me on live. You know what I'm saying? You can take me back to the top chamber of hell now. You can elevate me back up to the top chamber of hell. I'm still reporting from hell, but you can take me back there. And I want to say this. I want to say the water of all the brothers and sisters that tuned in tonight. I'm Captain Kahan Yard. Yours truly, ISUPK, reporting live from hell. I'm out of here.
Most High in Christ. Well, listen, y'all. There you have it right there, man. It's another episode of Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, man. Getting ready to close it down. I do want to again thank Officer Mabatazar for reading. You know what I'm saying? Sure helps out a lot. Be able to read them scriptures, brother. I appreciate that. Because it get busy in the newsroom over here. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate you taking the time to to get a brother slack. You know what I'm saying? And read, man, brother. Appreciate that. But yeah, man. With no further ado, man. Again, ISUPK again. You know what it is, man. ISUPK is the home of the truth. 1969. Putting this. I want to thank everybody that came. In the chat room on Facebook, that's on YouTube. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the brothers and sisters. I can tell on Facebook when you share it. I appreciate all the sharers. I'm looking at it. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to you, Most High in Christ, for your support. Again, don't be afraid, man. You know what I'm saying? To donate, to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. You can go to the Cash App and, whatever it is, drop your Cash App it to me, man. $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Again, that's $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, man. And support this truth, man. Make sure you pay your tithes, you know what I'm saying, you preach, you know what I'm saying, to the priest and the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying, pay what you owe. It is a commandment, my Ashura. All right. So again, I want to give credit, like I always do, to all my radio affiliates out there, man. Big ups, Captain Tazariak. Captain Khatazar, Across the Line Radio. You got Captain Sakawar, Officer Abriyar with Angry Black Man Media. You got Priest and Officer 5000, Kazak Yad out of California, Inconvenient Truth. You want to make sure you check that radio show out as well. There's also Take Ground in Indianapolis. Captain Kapash, Captain Kapash. You got Officer Tarab. Officer Napatazar, those brothers up there, man, heavy hitters up there. So big up to the whole raising up of Cleveland. Big ups, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to Detroit. Big ups to Captain LeBon, Captain Mama Quad, Captain DeBar Moth, Captain DeGarga Ball, all you brothers up there, man. You know, bringing it in. Heavy hitters, man. Heavyweight, man. Big ups to my brothers up in Delaware, you know what I'm saying? Rude in speech, don't miss that. You got Officer Tazaya Wan, Officer Matazapa, bringing in that Delaware, man. Still putting in that work, you feel what I'm saying? And again, you want to make sure that you support my brothers out of Syracuse, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to personally meet for the Houston cookout. Officer Karam Yala came down. Big ups to Officer Karam Yala Banyam Yan. Brother came down, man. And even, you know what I'm saying, he left his salad, and I called him about it, and he ended up telling me, man, just eat my salad, man. It was one of the best salads on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the brother, though. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Karam Yala, man. And big ups to Captain Azania, those brothers out of Syracuse, New York. You know what I'm saying? With one of the best radio shows, man. They've been having it for a while. You know what I'm saying? Best radio shows. You want to make sure that you check out the Hidden Truth Reveal, man. The Hidden Truth Reveal. The Hidden Truth Reveal actually comes after Let a Hebrew Speak with General Hazayan, Captain Akkad, and my brother Officer Mawar is definitely in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? You got that Let a Hebrew Speak in the morning, and make sure you catch Captain Azania with the Hidden Truth Reveal coming right after that. All right. So again, you brothers want to make sure that you stay in pocket for tomorrow. We got scripture breakdown, General Mahaiman, as well as you know it's coming, as well as Commanding General Yohana, the leader of this great nation of Israel, most controversial man in America. Big ups to Commanding General Yohana. He has the radio show. Make sure you go on the Grill Radio Show. You now some changes, little changes. Now you have to go to Black Watch. That's two separate words. All right, Black Watch. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Black Watch, man. Hit the notification button. Bam, you get everything you want. You know what I'm saying? Everything you want is right there, man. As a matter of fact, you can hit the notification button on everybody. Bam, just like that. That's how you do it. Go to YouTube, hit that notification button, bang, come on back. You know what I'm saying? You'll get all of the latest and the updates of all the radio shows that's coming out, all right? Simple and plain, all right? Nothing complicated about that, all right? So again, I'm Priest and Officer, 5001 Allah, Banya Hawadah, Banya Sha'Allah. We're going to keep it, hey man, we're going to keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, big ups to Priest and Captain 13,000. Kahan Thumb Yah for coming in here wrecking it once again. Okay? And big ups to Officer Mabatazar for taking up that, man, and reading those scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Big ups, all right? That's what you call brotherhood. And listen, we got that feast. We got the Feast of Dedication coming up soon, y'all. Okay? We don't want to miss that. We got that Feast of Dedication coming up. You know what I'm saying? Hakanaka is what it's called. But we'll get into that. I'm just giving you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Giving you a little bit, all right? So again, brothers and sisters, thank you so much, man. The water to all the brothers and sisters, shalom. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatham to all my brothers, and shalom. Yahweh Shamar Alathan, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. And y'all know how we do it, man. It's ISUPK, man. You know what I'm saying? One West till they bury me. I'm saying I'm the Commanding General Yohana, man. Y'all know what it is, man. All right? Hey, and if you missed it, make sure you go check out Captain Tazariak lecture, Miseducation, man. All right? The lecture was today. All right, so if you missed it, well, you gotta get it when it comes out. All right, okay, that's what it is, y'all. Shalom, Israel. All right, we're gonna get it in, man. We're gonna get this in right now.